Right now, most of the world is under some form of capitalism, with a few pseudo-communist countries out there. This system, combined with the advent of science and technology, has lifted many millions of people out of poverty and created previously unseen amounts of prosperity. But on the flip side, we are flawed humans and we haven't utilized this technology very responsibly. Capitalism has strip mined the natural world, polluted the environment, and initiated a process of climate change which may be irreversible. Additionally, we are in the midst of the sixth mass extinction as well. The capitalist system is also living on borrowed time as it burns through finite material resources and stored star energy in the form of fossil fuels. Yes, we have renewable energy and nuclear power too, but over 80% of our primary energy is still from fossil fuels. To replace all fossil fuels with, for example, nuclear energy, we would have to build around 15,000 to 20,000 more nuclear reactors. Currently, there are around 440 nuclear power plants globally. That said, what if we change to another system of governing society? We know that previous systems like communism and fascism haven't really worked, although some people will say, for example, that real communism hasn't actually been tried. The only system that has provenly worked for thousands of years was the hunter-gatherer model, but that doesn't work very well with 8 billion people on the planet. Some suggest we should be governed by scientists and technocrats who would carefully manage our resource consumption and adopt a steady-state economic model where there is no requirement for infinite growth as with the current economic model. However, I think this model too would eventually break down because a lot of people would be miserable and want more, and also because everything in this universe trends towards chaos and disorder due to entropy. Basically, everything seems to eventually break down and nothing lasts forever. Nature itself is managed chaos, caught in a balancing act between order and disorder. Ecosystems naturally try to maintain an equilibrium, but that can be destroyed due to acts of nature like natural disasters or the introduction of an invasive species that disturbs the ecological balance. The same can be said for any number of things, from the rise and fall of entire civilizations and nations to corporations that became very successful but collapsed due to some technological innovations that made their business model obsolete, to friendship groups that broke up over some unforeseen drama. This probably even happened to hunter-gatherer tribes that split up and went their own ways due to various disagreements. That's why I would caution against mentally or emotionally over-investing in anything of this ever-changing material world, because everything comes to an end eventually. That said, I don't think there is anything wrong with enjoying some of these things either while they are here, but we shouldn't be too attached to this place. For me, this also includes participating in religions or political movements that claim to provide some form of salvation, utopia, or paradise. While I think it's good to show some kindness and generally follow the golden rule, as I have mentioned previously, this world as a whole is beyond saving. It is simply doomed, and we shouldn't take it too seriously and never return here if possible. Remember to like and subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and see you in the next video. Okay, thanks, bye.